A mortgage is a loan that is used to finance the purchase of a property, typically a home. The borrower, home buyer, agrees to make regular payments to the lender, usually a bank or mortgage company, over a specified period of time, which is typically 15 or 30 years. The property serves as collateral for the loan, meaning that if the borrower fails to make payments, the lender has the right to take possession of the property through foreclosure. A fixed-rate mortgage is a type of mortgage where the interest rate remains the same throughout the entire loan term. This means that your monthly mortgage payments will also remain constant. On the other hand, an adjustable-rate mortgage, ARM, has an interest rate that can change periodically. Typically, the interest rate on an ARM is fixed for an initial period, such as 5 or 7 years, and then adjusts annually based on market conditions. This means that your monthly mortgage payments can fluctuate over time with an ARM. The factors that can affect mortgage interest rates include the borrower's credit score, the loan-to-value ratio, the type of loan, conventional, FHA, VA, etc., the term of the loan, the current economic conditions, and the lender's policies and market conditions. PMI, or private mortgage insurance, is a type of insurance that lenders require borrowers to purchase if they have a down payment of less than 20% on a conventional mortgage. PMI protects the lender in case the borrower defaults on their loan. The cost of PMI is typically added to the borrower's monthly mortgage payment. The mortgage approval process involves several steps. First, you will need to complete a loan application and provide documentation such as proof of income, employment history, and asset information. The lender will then review your credit report and assess your creditworthiness. They will also consider factors such as your debt-to-income ratio and the loan-to-value ratio. If your application meets the lender's criteria, they will issue a pre-approval letter. Once you find a home and have an accepted offer, the lender will conduct an appraisal to determine the value of the property. If the appraisal meets the lender's requirements, they will proceed with the final approval process, which includes underwriting and verification of all the information provided. If everything checks out, the lender will issue a loan commitment, and you can proceed to closing. Pre-qualification for a mortgage is an initial assessment of your financial situation to determine how much you may be eligible to borrow. It typically involves providing basic information about your income, assets, and debts to a lender, who then gives you an estimate of the loan amount you may qualify for. Pre-qualification does not require a thorough analysis of your credit report or verification of your income. On the other hand, pre-approval for a mortgage is a more comprehensive process. It involves submitting a complete mortgage application, including documentation such as income verification, bank statements, and credit reports. The lender reviews this information and provides a conditional commitment to lend a specific amount, subject to certain conditions being met. Pre-approval carries more weight than pre-qualification and gives you a clearer understanding of the loan amount you can afford. An appraisal in real estate is the process of determining the value of a property. It involves conducting research, inspecting the property, collecting data on comparable sales, and preparing a report that documents the entire process and provides a conclusion of value. During an appraisal, the value of a property is determined by following a detailed process. The appraiser starts by understanding the purpose of the appraisal and the type of value being sought. They then conduct preliminary research and gather relevant data, including details of the subject property, information on comparable sales, and current market trends. The appraiser also performs a thorough inspection of the property to assess its condition and considers any features or issues that could affect its value. They then select and apply different valuation approaches, such as the sales comparison approach, cost approach, or income approach, depending on the property type and purpose of the appraisal. Finally, the appraiser reconciles the value indications from the different approaches to arrive at a final appraised value. This process is guided by the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice, (USPAP), and requires the appraiser to maintain objectivity and impartiality while basing their analysis and conclusions on relevant information and logical reasoning. Some common appraisal methods used in real estate include the sales comparison approach, the cost approach, and the income approach. The principle of substitution states that a buyer would not pay more for a property when there are similar properties available at a lower price. Therefore, the condition of a property can impact its appraisal value because if a property is in poor condition and requires significant repairs or renovations, it may be less desirable to buyers and therefore have a lower value. A home inspection is a thorough examination of the physical condition of a property, typically conducted by a qualified inspector. It focuses on identifying any potential issues or defects in the home, such as structural problems, plumbing or electrical issues, or safety hazards. The purpose of a home inspection is to provide the buyer with a detailed understanding of the property's condition before making a purchase. On the other hand, an appraisal is an assessment of the value of a property conducted by a licensed appraiser. The appraiser considers various factors, such as the property's location, size, condition, and comparable sales in the area, to determine its appraised value. The purpose of an appraisal is to provide an unbiased and independent opinion of the property's value for the purpose of a real estate transaction, such as obtaining a mortgage loan. In summary, while a home inspection focuses on identifying any physical issues with a property, an appraisal focuses on determining its value. A homeowner can increase their property's appraisal value by making improvements to the property that increase its desirability and functionality. This could include renovating the kitchen or bathrooms, adding additional square footage, updating the landscaping, or making energy-efficient upgrades. Some considerations for appraising a multifamily property may include 1. Number and size of units. The appraiser will consider the number of units in the property and their sizes. Larger properties with more units may have different market dynamics and value factors compared to smaller properties. 2. Rental income. The appraiser will assess the rental income generated by the property. This may involve analyzing current and historical rental rates, vacancy rates, and potential for future rental growth. 3. Expenses and operating costs. The appraiser will review the property's expenses and operating costs, including utilities, maintenance, property management fees, and insurance. These factors can impact the property's value and potential return on investment. 4. Market demand and location. The appraiser will assess the market demand for multifamily properties in the specific location. Factors such as population growth, job opportunities, and proximity to amenities and transportation can influence the property's value.